Hey everybody, Aaron Dillon here, Managing Director of AG Dillon & Co. I got a pre-IPO company update for the week ending January 19, 2024. Let's get into it. Shein, the Chinese online fast fashion giant, is seeking approval from the Chinese regulators for an IPO in the United States. This requirement may delay Shein's IPO plans and impacting the company's efforts to distance itself from its Chinese origins. Previously headquartered in China, Shein is now based in Singapore, which is a developed country. Discussions with the Chinese Securities Regulatory Commission, that's China's version of the SEC, have been ongoing for months to determine the necessity of registration with the securities regulator. The IPO is also under intense scrutiny from U.S. lawmakers. Shein raised $2 billion in May of 2023 at a $66 billion post-money valuation. Also interesting is where the company will be in index companies like MSCI and FTSE Russell. Singapore is a developed market, which would put in like the MSCI EFA index. That's developed large cap international stocks versus China, which is considered an emerging market. So naturally, there's a lot more institutional capital being allocated to developed international stocks versus emerging market stocks. So we'll keep our eye on that. Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, amongst other companies, is with a current market valuation of nearly $700 billion, has demanded a substantial new pay package for greater control over the business if he was continue building AI products within the company. Musk, owning about 13% of Tesla and potentially up to 20.6% after exercising all vested options, wants to increase his stake to approximately 25%. This move follows his sale of over $39 billion in Tesla stock in 2021 and 2022, partly funding his purchase of Twitter. Musk's unique compensation at Tesla involves stock options rather than a salary, with a 2018 package valued at roughly $59 billion. Equity is great for compensation, especially when stock goes up a lot. Tesla's advanced work in AI and driverless technology, including a $1 billion investment in the Dojo supercomputer for autonomous car development, significantly contributes to its high market value. In 2022, Musk revealed a humanoid robot prototype called Optimus, emphasizing Tesla's broader technological ambitions and leveraging Tesla's AI capabilities. That said, Musk launched xAI, a AI large language model, in 2023 with special ties to X.com, that's Twitter. xAI uses X.com's data to train its model and competes with OpenAI, Anthropic, and others. It's fascinating to see how this is going to play out. No doubt that a healthy portion of Tesla's market cap is tied to Musk leading the company. John Deere, the world's largest tractor maker, is partnering with SpaceX to provide internet connectivity to rural areas in the US and Brazil using SpaceX's Starlink satellites. This industry-first collaboration will begin in the second half of 2024, allowing tractors to connect to Deere's operational center via Starlink terminals. This initiative addresses the connectivity challenges faced by farmers, with only 30% of large U.S. farmers reporting high-quality internet access in a 2022 survey. I don't know how that's possible. That's wild. So the partnership is timely as farmers have been purchasing fewer tractors due to falling crops prices. Deere aims to generate 10% of its revenue through recurring models like subscription fees by 2030. SpaceX is also launching a new Starlink service called Community Gateways, offering gigabit speeds for satellite internet at a cost of $1.2 million upfront. This service, targeting internet service providers or ISPs, is designed to deliver up to 10 gigabytes of hard broadband speeds via a dedicated facility connected to SpaceX's Starlink satellite fleet. It's not a consumer tier, but a business program aimed at bringing high-speed broadband to remote areas. The first community gateway is in Unalaska, Alaska. It's a city in Alaska. It provides 10 gigabits of symmetric uplink and downlink throughput with over 99% uptime, serving thousands of customers. This expansion of the gateway, community gateway concept to ISPs, comes with a one-time upfront charge of $1.5 million, $2.5 million as we discussed earlier, and fees of $75,000 per gigawatts used. ISPs are required to supply land, power, and lifting equipment for the setup, which resembles Starlink's existing ground stations connected to fiber networks. Sync, a developer focused on security company, a developer-focused securities company has acquired Helios, a Tel Aviv-based startup specializing in troubleshooting and understanding microservices in production. Helios, which raised a $5 million seed round in 2022, co-led by Entree Capital and Amiti VC, has not raised additional funding since. The acquisition amount was not disclosed. This acquisition sinks second in the area following the purchase of Enzo Security in June of 2023, aims to strengthen Sync's app risk service and improve security services both during build and in production. The move reflects a broader trend where larger companies are acquiring specialized solutions, often at significant discounts. Helios' end-to-end application discovery service and OpenTelemetry-based runtime data collection tools will be integrated into Sync's app risk. Sync has a current implied secondary market valuation of $6.9 billion, down 7.4% from its last primary round in December of 2022. Paris-based startup Electra, specializing in electric vehicle charging, has raised a substantial $330 million in all equity Series B round. The company operates a fast charging station network in Europe, currently with 172 active stations and 1,000 charging points, mainly located in supermarket parking lots, hotels, and highway rest areas, and the Toulouse airport. Electra's focuses on fast charging stations and in-house software development for seamless integration with its app, allowing for real-time station status updates and reservation capabilities. Charging costs range from about 39 cents euro, I think I'm saying that right, to 52 cents euro per kilowatt hour in France. The funding will support the expansion of Electra's network, targeting 15,000 charging points across 2,200 stations by 2030. The round is led by PGGM and by BPI France's large venture fund, with participation from various infrastructure players and public financial institutions. Electra competes with Ionity and other global EV charging companies like EV Passport in North America, which raised $200 million recently. Unlike typical infrastructure projects that rely on credit lines, EV charging startups are attracting equity investments, indicating a strong interest from infrastructure funds in acquiring financial stakes in these companies. The valuation for the round was not disclosed. Electra's prior round was in June of 2022, where they raised $160 million in debt and equity at a $168 million pre-money valuation. Congrats on that $330 million raise. That is a big number. All right, Reddit is planning to launch its IPO at the end of March, making it one of the most anticipated tech listings of the year. The social media company, which had been operating for 19 years, intends to make its IPO filing public at the end of February. This will provide a detailed view of Reddit's business, which has seen revenue growth of over 20% to just above $800 million. The company has not yet achieved profitability. Reddit's last primary round was in August of 2021 at a $10 billion valuation. I have Reddit down 43% in the secondary market since the last round, putting their implied valuation at $5.6 billion. So it's going to be interesting to see where these guys come out at. Okay, last up, we got pre-IPO stock performance as of January 15, 2024. Okay, this week's winners. We got Deal at 16.51%, OpenAI is at 8.37%, Klarna's at 6.18%, Scale AI is up 5.56%, Rippling's up 5.29%. This week's losers, Anthropic was down 15.28%. Chainalysis was down 13.52%. Discord's down 2.48%. Revolut's down 1.95%. And Notion was down 92 basis points. For big valuations, we got ByteDance at $267 billion, SpaceX at $180 billion, OpenAI at $100 billion, Stripes at $54 billion, and Databricks at $48 billion. Those all lead the valuations. We got some big moves there. So ByteDance had the buyback they're doing. SpaceX is doing a tender right now. OpenAI is doing a primary round right after they're doing a tender, which is closing up this month. And Stripe just did it around 2 weeks back. So they're good at that 54 number. But really interesting movements there and kind of the big names that are out there. If you want to see more valuation data, just get into LinkedIn feeds or x.com feeds. Right there, we got all our reports to report every single week. Okay, that's it for me. If you have any questions or pre-IPO stock needs, research needs, please reach out. Thanks, and see you guys next week.